It seems that the minions are keeping their distance for now. Let's carry on. I never dreamed I would come this far. I can't thank you all enough for your cooperation. This castle should serve as a base of operations for now. Ere we set our sights elsewhere, let's see what there is to learn here. Dun, 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 dun. From this point onward, you will not encounter Aetherites for a while. Should you leave Troya Castle, you may return here via Weaver's Warden. Cool, cool, cool. Time to explore. Oop. Shadowed Remnants. The warding scale exhibits no change. It should say, be safe to remain here and begin our search. But whither now? It would sense as Ajdaya were she remotely near. Might you not call to her? Let her know. Alas, this vessel is not capable of calling across vast distances. For that I require my true form. And even were it possible, a dragon's call is born upon ether. 'Tis liable to draw more void sent to us. I see. In any case, there's little exploration to be done while we are confined to this isolated isle. I propose we begin by learning what we can from this castle's occupants. An understanding of their ways may prove useful to our cause. Very well. Let's hope a few of them are capable of speech. Let all remain vigilant while we go about our inquiries. We reconvene afterwards. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh! This place is cool as heck. So pretty. Hey nerds, how's it going? This one does not but stare. Oh, he's not so bad. His little friend, his little guy. The creature snarls and glares at you. It is unlikely that you will learn anything from it. Large. Some seem willing enough to converse. Whether they have the ability to do so is another matter. What enticing ether you have. Give me some, give me some. Nah. Oh, if only I were stronger, I'd be able to eat you. The crossed arms. Now listen here, you're gonna ruin your appetite before dinner? Fine, fine. I'll find someone else to eat. While able to communicate, this one seems to think only of feeding. Better to take your inquiries elsewhere. This is my mom outfit. Like the prevailing tongue in Northrend, the language of this world bears a common resemblance to our own. It may be assumed that they share a common ancestor. Hey, dancing spider. The mistress's eyes are beauteous, sublime to bask in her gaze is bliss. But now she's gone, never again will I feel her gaze. Aww. Gay spider. No mistress, no orders. What am I to do now? What am I to do now? Mutters endlessly to itself, not sparing you so much as a glance. Oh, it's cool. I serve, I obey. Please don't eat me. Alright. We'll see about that. Dragon. What's that? Does it taste good? I don't know anything about it. don't know about anything. But the one we caught recently, they seem to know lots. We threw them in the dungeon, but clever ones are tasty. They might have been eaten already. You've learned all you can from this void scent. If you look in the dungeon, you may be able to find the clever one it mentioned. Alright. You better hope so. Dun, 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 dun. The spider had no maidens. I need Sadu here for that. I have nothing to share. While those I approached had no will to fight, neither were they capable of holding a conversation worth the name. My experience was much to the same. Lower rung voidsent tend to have lower intelligence, 'twould seem. A pity Scarmiglione is dead. He was talkative at least. What of you? A clever voidsent in the dungeon. That would be the area in which we emerged. Indeed. Let's take ourselves back there and find this voidsent, preferably before its fellows make a meal of it. To the dungeon, then. Bow to the new queen. I'll need a more regal outfit. But for now. This room might be where I make my thumbnail for this patch. This is cool as hell. Hi, Horsey. Troyan Knights. I can't survive without someone to give me either. But where, oh where will I find a new master? Come serve me. The first of my armies. Doggy. Good doggy. Woo, more pups. Dun, dun, dun. Troyan Doorkeeper. Pray, we caught a weekend in the dungeon before being served up to the mistress. Tenderizing, she called it. And that's the way she used to like it. Okay. Sure. Why not? Troyan Good Pup. There's a hole right there. Woof! Grr! Good Pup. I forget what the big house is called. But that's what it reminds me of. You said the same thing. So there's only the one dungeon here. We call it the fourth. The mistress's orders. Grand Cosmos. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, extremely dark world Grand Cosmos. Did you kill Rita, Troyan Jailer? No one comes and goes from this dungeon without permission. For you, though, I'll make an exception. Go on, go. Oh god, we're even kind of dressed like Mike Dawson. This sucks. What a terrible realization. This was not my intention. It is cool looking. Food for the mistress's consumption is kept in these cells. With the mistress devoured, we're free to help ourselves. But the clever one is strong. Another warden wanted to devour the clever one, but he hasn't come back out. I mislike the feel of this. Stay on your guard. Could this be the clever void scent? There appears to be someone within. Dark robed. This is the one we saw! Hey, how's it going?
You are the friend.
The friend? This is Xenos's Reaper Pact thing. Oh god. What does that mean for us? Holy shit! They're like, get fucking
I see it now. The bottomless darkness. The insatiable hunger. The aura was present when we faced him in Garlemald.
How did it come to be here?
When Xenos died, its connection to the source was severed. It was forced to return to the void.
Just wants to be friends.
Xenos. Yes, that was his name. And you are the friend, are you not?
I mean, not the words I would choose, but I am the one you're thinking of. The Crystal of Light.
Is that Hydaelyn's crystal?
Are we purifying it? What the fuck? We can just do that? She's cute.
But how? The light just now.
Cute,
Of course. And thus I am returned.
Fred, yes, Fred.
What do you mean, returned? Who are you?
I was once bound to the man named Xenos.
Xenos.
His avatar. Until you killed him.
Avatar, as in the void-sent servants of Reapers. In the name of his hunt, Xenos took up that traditional Garlean art.
He did the spooky
And
slice.
through it, he forged a covenant with a being of the void to lend him strength.
Covenant? A curse, more like. He stole my power. There was no equity in the arrangement. My very essence was altered. Twisted into a tool to serve his desires.
It's kind of messed up.
Your previous appearance. This is your true form, then.
Perhaps, perhaps not. What does it matter?
Who cares? Shut up, Arshawn. This form's good.
Indeed, it doesn't.
Estinian gets it.
Regardless of your form, you are a void sent by nature.
Because she's a native of the 13th, you dork.
So answer me this. Are you our enemy too?
In this world, only a fool would attempt to devour a stronger being. And though it was as an avatar, I lost to you once, I have no desire to lose again.
She is a clever one.
Good enough for me.
It seems like, yeah, alright. Fair, yes, that makes sense.
Now, you will answer me a question.
Sure.
Xenos called you friend. That's what you are? A friend?
No. Strictly speaking, I'm Evelyth. Did we go the dumb answer? We do.
So, you're not a friend. Then... what is it? What is a friend?
Aww. These are my friends. Where are you going? I can tell you. You know my answer. Friend's someone you like doing stuff with. Someone you trust. Someone makes you happy. Someone you can cry with. Xenos' other avatar that we never knew about. Ooh. I assume the dungeon was reserved for those intended for the mistress's yeah, that's what everyone said. 'Tis fortunate that we came here when we did, faithful even. When I served Xenos, my mind was shrouded in haze. But that one thing was always clear, his obsession with the friend. What that word means, I do not know exactly. I know only that it referred to you and that yours was an important existence. Xenos' avatar, eh? What are the odds? We still know little about her, but for now, I'm glad we found someone who can do more than moan for Ether. As much as one might expect the unexpected, I doubt any of us could have foreseen this turn of events. I certainly did not! Holy shit! She seems different from other Void Sent, at least those we've met. And the change we witnessed, I suspect, is due to your crystal purging the excess darkness within her. That makes sense. Even so, she still harbors a great deal of darkness. I'm very keen to hear what she can tell us about herself and about her world. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, some peach juice. Why not? That's only 1,000 gil. Get hecked. Dun, dun. While the language of this world is similar to ours, it is her covenant with Xenos that should ensure we can understand one another. The magic for summoning Void Scent also facilitates communication, you see. Without this component, a mage would struggle to make his mind known to his servant. Where everything begins. So, I doubt you came to the dungeon by pure chance. What is it that you're after? We were looking for a Void Scent with whom we could converse, in the course of which we learned of you. We are visitors to this world, and we know little and less of its working and ways. We would be grateful if you could tell us about it, about yourself. So it's information you seek. What do you offer for it? I beg your pardon. Transactional world. Void Scent do not give unless we stand to gain. If you desire something, you pay the price. That is the sole rule in this world you call the Void. That makes sense. Pray forgive our ignorance. But what would be acceptable as payment? I suspect that such coin as we carry has no value here. Void Scent craves one thing alone. Ether. In return for information, I offer you mine. Just not all of it, mind you. I still have need of my life. Very well. I will tell you no more than you can afford to pay. Then we have a bargain. Y'shtola, be careful. If we're to talk about the void, let us do so outside. Come with me. Oh, everything about this is so cool! There, one rule is no different from that of many in our own world. It's those like Alphino who are a rare breed. We cannot allow Y'shtola to bear the burden alone. When next the opportunity arises, will offer my own ether. You needn't worry for me. My life force is a small price to pay for her knowledge, and I will recover it quickly enough once we've returned home. Okay. I trust you, Y'shtola.
This is where I belong. My home. This endless darkness you call the void. There was once light here, and it shone its warmth upon creation. The lands were green and the seas were blue. Life flourished. Before the war, the Contra Memoria.
Ooh, what's that?
It must have been a terrible war indeed.
It shattered the balance, causing darkness to engulf the world. All life was transformed into monstrosities, void sent.
An overabundance of dark
We
ether.
are the natural order now.
As light begat sin eaters, darkness begat void sent.
Yeah.
The sun was driven from the sky as fleeting day yielded to endless night. In time, even land and sea lost their distinction. And though the spark of reason had died in us, driven by memory's shadow, we formed factions and carved out domains. This castle, for instance, its erstwhile lord must have abided in such a place once upon a time.
If I may, the darkness in you is too much for any man to harbor. To my eyes, you are indeed a void sent. Yet your knowledge of the past and your demeanor mark you apart from your brethren. You are different. That much is plain. But in what way, I am unsure.
As you say, I am void sent, but only in part. The darkness touched my mother when the war had only just begun, when I was still in the womb.
She's half void sent.
As a child, I looked like any other, but darkness coursed through me, and I ceased to age when I'd become a woman grown.
Yo, I'm not seeing the downsides.
But that was then.
Give me that power.
And now, I may as well be one in full. I prey on the weak and serve the strong. I live to survive. Nothing more.
Forgive me. 'Twas not my intent to pry. I realize, too, that I have neglected to ask your name.
We gotta know. We gotta know.
As we say mortal, you may call me void sent.
That is liable to cause confusion. If you are not averse, we would address you by your true name.
Share your
Call
own
me what you will. I care not.
Do I get to choose? Oh, you still was thinking.
How about Zero?
Ooh.
Meaning nothing. A name as fitting as any.
Void.
No, not nothing, but rather a beginning. For it remains to be seen what you will become to us.
You're still here, so cute.
As I said, I care not. 0 then. A name is a string of sounds. Its meaning has no bearing on my nature.
I guess I already did share my name with her.
Well, Zero, while there is no
You got a
end
lot
to the
to learn,
questions we could
Zero.
ask, it is only fair that we tell you our purpose in coming here. We are searching for a dragon. One who came to your world long ago.
A dragon?
Yes. Ajdaya is her name, and she is my sister. If you have any knowledge of her, I beg you share it with us.
Uh-oh. Are we being watched?
Did you say something?
No.
I thought I heard a voice as well. The keening of void scent, perhaps.
Zero. Hi. The beginning. A curious notion in a world where all has come to an end. No one else seems to be nearby. Perhaps it was just a trick of the wind. If not as out of the ordinary, I should like to hear more from Zero. I can't imagine there are many part void scent like her who remember the world as it was. We may have subdued the void scent here, but I doubt they'll remain that way. Remain vigilant. I must say we are rather exposed here. Perhaps we should continue the conversation within the castle. Yes, that sounds good. The throne room is defensible, given its few points of ingress. Let us head back there. Moving wasn't part of the bargain. I'll comply, but I expect my payment promptly. You shall have it as soon as we've arrived. Dang. So needy. I will see to the payment, and then we may ask Zero what she knows about Ajdaya. All appears unchanged here. I feel eyes on us. Stay alert. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Upon proceeding, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time. Battle. Let's go.
This place is as good as any. Let me have the ether now.
Dang. Cold.
Very well.
Uh-oh.
You're mine!
The fucker! We beat us! Scarface.
That I should miss my mark.
Scarmilione.
That fiend again? But we struck it down. Watched it die.
Fools. Death doesn't exist in this world. And I am free to return whensoever I please.
Oh, that sucks.
Death doesn't exist.
No, you're still a...
Of course, in the first, the power of light, of passivity, prevents life from emerging in the empty. But in the 13th, the power of darkness, of activity, prevents life from finding rest, even should soul be separated from flesh.
So unless one's essence is absorbed by another, it is possible to return again and again.
Your ether. It is reminiscent of that creature's. Ah, my mouth waters at the memory.
What?
I must devour you too. Yes, I must.
I need a matching set. We're gonna beat the shit out of this nerd.
Souls, by my power, be reborn.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh! Well, shit. Don't.
If it's another death they want, I say we give it to them.
She's never had this
If
fight.
you could lend us a hand, we'd be much obliged.
Wasn't part of her deal.
That you would. But you already owe me a debt. And until you make good on it, I won't lift a finger.
I knew it.
We'll speak after you've won. But know that if you lose, I'll help myself to your ether.
Thanks, Zero.
That a bothersome duty should deliver to me this lavish feast. Come, struggle with all your might. It will make you that much richer and tastier.
I'm already tasty. Oh, here we go.